When science and prevention hold no answers, might we finally turn to the fantastic as a possibility? I'm Mortika Lacrosse, and this is...
Hello everybody, I'm Mortika Lacrosse, and this is another episode of Paranormal Plus. And this Paranormal Plus episode is about the infamous Poltergeist Curse. We've all seen the movie of the Poltergeist movie, with the girl gets sucked into the TV and all the other various multiple sequels that came afterwards, and then of course the reboot slash remake. But this is about the Poltergeist Curse that y'all might have heard about, where the people believe that it was cursed. And why was the movie cursed? Well, that's because in the original Poltergeist movie, they actually used actual human remains. Yes, legit actual human remains. In fact, the one that played the Native American shaman, William Sampson, actually performed an exorcism to clear the Native American version of it. I'm not sure what the ceremony was called. He performed the ceremony where we're going to get rid of all the negative energy and negative spirits and entities from the site of where they're filming the movie, because of them using actual human remains. But the story is that the reason there's a poltergeist curse upon the set of the original movies is because they used actual human remains, and it angered the spirits, just like in the movie. One of the many victims of the poltergeist curse was Dominique Dunn. She played the eldest daughter, Dana. She died on November 4th, 1982. She was strangled by an ex of hers who had recently had a bad breakup. And when he was questioned and asked why he particularly strangled her, he said, "I was mad. I did want her to pay, but I don't know why I strangled her to death." She died at the young age of 22 years old. The next victim was Heather O'Rourke, who played Carol Ann, and she died on February 1st, 1988, only 12 years old, of acute bowel obstruction. At first they thought it was the flu, then there was multiple other things that they thought it was, and before they finally discovered what it was too late, and she died of the acute bowel obstruction. 2 victims, but it doesn't stop there. The reign of terror of the poltergeist curse because they used human remains on the side continues, with none other than Richard Lawson, who played Ryan in 1992. He had a near-death experience on Flight 405. I got on the flight, right, in 92, and on the flight, at one point he was asked to come to the front. When one of the stewardesses realized who he was, and there was some turbulence going on, she had him come up to first class. Well, later on that day, the plane crashed, and 22 people died on the plane. In the very area he was, if he had stayed in his seat, he would have been number 23. Julian Beck, who played the evil preacher Cain, died from cancer, so they don't really associate him with the poltergeist curse, even though he died from cancer and whatnot, because he was already dying from cancer before the movie even began. So usually they don't count him with the poltergeist curse. There's Oliver Robbins, though, who played Robbie, and he would play the little boy. And there was that one point with the mechanical clown scene in the Poltergeist movies. You might remember the Poltergeist clown scene. But anyways, the mechanical clown is supposed to let go at one point, but it did not let go. And he was actually literally being choked. Now, the rest of the cast and crew thought that it was just because of his good acting. And when his face started turning blue, that is when they realized that Robbie was literally being strangled by a mechanical clown. They were able to get him free, but he had a near-death experience right there on the set, being strangled to death by none other than a mechanical clown. Okay, let's see. Then we have Lou Perryman, who in 2009 was killed with an axe by a robber. His house was being robbed, and the robber literally, for some reason, he didn't bring an axe with him, but he picked up the axe and literally tried to chop the dude into pieces with the axe. He was caught later on and said that he only went there to rob the guy, not to murder him, but he murdered him with an axe. Then we have Cho Beth Williams, who played the mother. Now, thankfully, she did not die, but before Will Sampson performed the exorcism on the site over the human remains, before he did that, she experienced paranormal activity of things moving, paintings moving at her house. It was only after Will Sampson performed the ritual that the paranormal activity stopped. So everybody, comment down below on what you think of this. Is the Poltergeist Curse real? And have you yourself experienced at any point paranormal activity at your home or poltergeist of things moving? Comment down below and let me know. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up so you can let YouTube and its algorithm know that you like this video, because YouTube's algorithm is spooky and sometimes suggests videos that you don't want. And also hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can be notified of future Paranormal Plus videos. I'm Mortika Lacrosse. As always, I'll see you on the other side.